Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage your president, Daniel Liu.
We didn't really plan for me to be, that video and then me right after. It's kind of, I threw a little cut minute right there out of nowhere. But, okay. Hôm nay tôi cũng không nói nhiều. Thì hôm nay cái phát biểu này tôi viết một mình. Thường thường thì tôi viết trong tiếng Mỹ, xong rồi mẹ hay là ông mới chuyển qua tiếng Việt. Nhưng mà tôi chỉ muốn nói cảm ơn các bạn, gia đình với cộng đồng cho cái cơ hội để học hỏi cho mấy cái năm này trước với mấy cái năm này sau. Cảm ơn. So fortunately, that's all the Vietnamese you're going to hear out of me tonight. So just quick translation of the Vietnamese speech, which is a little unrelated to the English speech, but I just wanted to say thank you to all the friends and family that have helped us grow these past years and will help us to continue to grow these coming years forward. I decided to write that super small speech just by myself today because for these speeches I usually write a really complicated English speech and then have my mom or my grandpa translate it. And I feel like that's just not fair. I feel like I should try to use the words that I know, and even if they're pretty rudimentary, to express how I feel about my last day on stage as Mavza president. But yeah, you guys, all year you guys have heard me stand on stage and blab and talk about Mavza. So for my last speech, I actually really want to dedicate it to my executive board. So, as I talk about you, please come on stage. I just want to recognize the amazing people behind Mavza and, all the amazing work that we've done this year. So first up is our advisor, alumni advisor, Dennis Trung. Dennis, Dennis, I just want to say that this is it's honestly a little weird for me to be passing on the president torch to you, just because you're more experienced than me. You've been on board for many more years than me, and you're one of those guys that actually brought me into VSA. I was talking about that first meeting where I met you at family night, and you really gave me the chance to, even though I was just trying to promote my YouTube channel, put out a video for the culture show, and it really was a life-changing experience. And how many other people do you know that join VSA just for a guy's laugh? Dennis, you've been, especially this past year, you've been such a great friend and such a good supporter. I'm so thankful for you to step up in the president position, and thank you so much for all your work this year. Up next is our intern and incoming internal vice president, Kevin. Kevin, you are, where is Kevin? He is. Kevin, what's up? Kevin, you are one of the hardest working people I know. You always take initiative. You're always, whenever an event is happening, you're always asking what you can do more. You're always there to show up. I'm so glad that you decided to come back to MAVSA and give intern a chance. Even though you're definitely overqualified for the position. But yeah, I'm so excited for you to be internal vice president. I know you're going to do an amazing job just because of your work ethic and your passion will definitely shine through to the new core and the new MAVSA member schools. So thank you so much for all your work this year. Up next, our other intern, Richard. Please come up on the stage.
Hey, Ricky.
Ricky. Morning. Right. Hi, Mr. President.
Richard, it's so funny because actually unlike Dennis, who I've known for so long, I've actually known Richard for almost less than a year now, and it's so crazy to have him come up out of nowhere. I'm like, who's this kid claiming to be from MAVSA at UNAVSA? I've never seen his face before, and I'm so glad that you decided to come back and give MAVSA a chance. You're always that person who can really bring up everyone's spirits. Whether when we're down or when we feel like something's going wrong, you're always there to comfort the different EPOD members and of course myself. Always like seeing you at Lade. Last thing I just want to say is I'm incredibly proud of you for the conversation we had about just giving back to your school, giving back to GMU. I'm so proud that you decided to do that instead of, and make sure that GMU continues to live on. They won VSA of the Year this year, so you have a lot to live up to. But yeah, thank you so much for all your hard work this year, Richard. Okay, next up is Min, our secretary. Where's he at? Min. I'm sorry, no. To be brutally honest, you weren't there that much, but I totally understand. I mean, I'm glad that you stepped up for the position in the first place. You're one of the brightest lights in the room, always. You always know how to drive the energy, obviously, from the video, you guys all know. I know this year, with work and pharmacy school coming up and post-bac school and everything, it's been really hard for you to, dedicate your time to us, but I'm so thankful for all the time that you did dedicate to us, and I'm really glad that, we spent this year together. Next up is Chuck Howe, treasurer. Chuck. Chuck, me and Chuck definitely clash heads a lot. Definitely this year has been one of the biggest challenges to work with him. But the thing about Chuck is that he'll always get the work done. No matter what. He's always low-key, and he doesn't always speak up about his achievements or things he gets done, these random certificates that he gets us. But really give us a lot of good perks for our finances. But I'm really glad that he was here this year to straighten out MAVSA from what it used to be financially. And I hope that the conversation we had this year and my constant positivity and optimism really made a little chip in your hard exterior, and I hope that you feel like you've grown for the better. Next up is Tiffany, our external vice president. Tiffany, pettiest person I know. It's a competition between her and her sister. But honestly, Tiffany, your connection with the community and all of that is really great. But I think your strongest strength is just how much you care about your friends. I think every time this year someone's down or someone's in the dirt, like you definitely are there to talk to them. You're there to speak out to them and make sure they're okay. Yeah, and just thinking about honestly, like the other day we were talking about how much we've been through together. It's crazy, like from presidents and presidents the same year, directors the same year for MAC, and then e-board for 2 years. It's pretty incredible. And just me remembering, like thinking about that and just like all the incredible people that came out of MLC 1, and just this whole group that continued to lead MOVSA. That's why MLC is my favorite event, and it's really good to see that you saw this through the end with me. Last but not least, Internal Vice President Tina. Tina, you're an amazing person. I just want you to know that because I know it is really hard for you to see that sometimes, even though everybody tells you. This year has been like incredibly hard, like just a really hard one for all of us, for me, for the executive board. I know you definitely had your hard times too, but I'm so glad that you were here to like turn it around and just work really hard these past few months. This event definitely would have been possible without Tina. She put in like way more hours than everybody else just to get everything done. Like the videos, getting everybody together, and I know it like definitely stressed you out. You're talking about you took over your life, but I'm so glad that to the bitter end that you were very dedicated to MOVSA. People didn't know Tina has been like a good friend of mine for a really long time, since college, and yeah, it's been countless nights, in the car about random stuff, I'm so glad that we're able to get you back into MOVSA and into the VSA community. You did so much, like the core could not stop talking about you, and everybody on board recognizes your hard work. So thank you so much for your work and for everything you've done and just being my friend. Yeah, that's it. You guys, we still got more stuff going on, but that's it for me. This, like I said, is my last time on stage. Thanks, Min. Yeah, this is my last time on stage, and it's great to see all of you guys here, especially at a new event. This is something that we haven't done before. We're taking a big risk doing this. So from the bottom of my heart, I really hope that you guys are enjoying it. My one last thing is just you guys should run for e-board. One last plug. This not just because, but because like you really believe in MOVSA and the connection between the schools and what it really brings to us as a region and to ourselves. All we really want to do is all of us here on board have wanted to do was just give all of you the transformative experience that we've experienced. And so, thank you so much for being a part of, my VSA experience. Thanks, guys.
They already have that picture. Oh, they already have that picture.